Hey everyone, Morgan here. So today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 EDC items that I think people should consider having on them. I'll never tell people you have to have these things on you because our EDC is going to be different depending on so many variety of factors. Your EDC is so personal to you, but these are just some ideas and thoughts that maybe you haven't considered, or maybe you're like, oh yeah, I need to do that. And let's add it to your everyday carry. Now your everyday carry, again, is going to be so personal. This really, I guess, would be a more urban EDC carry. And this EDC video might have some similarities to my everyday carry for moms, but this one is going to be a little more broad as well. So let's get started. The first one is going to be a lighter. I don't smoke, and I don't know anybody who does, but a lighter is always going to be nice because, let's face it, I want convenience when it comes to anything that I would need a lighter for. Next one is going to be a knife. You don't have to have like a big, huge knife. You could have, you know, any sort of neck knife, anything that will fit nicely in your pockets, you're comfortable with, anything, okay? I think that a knife is going to be really important. You know, you could have a little mini fixed blade knife. You know, it doesn't have to be a folding knife. A lot of people don't carry folding knives, I understand. But a knife has so many different purposes. I don't use it every day, but when I use it, I like to have it. The silk hotkey. I talk about this every chance I get. This is especially important to have if you are in an urban environment. This silk hotkey will allow you to get access to water off of the sides of buildings. And you just put the little key in, and you turn it, and the water comes out, and then you shut it off. This is invaluable. It's $8 or so-ish, I think, at like Home Depot, in home improvement stores. You can even get it on Amazon. Next one is going to be a cell phone charger. And along with a cell phone charger, you should have, you know, the cable that goes from the charger to your phone. And you should also have maybe important numbers with your cell phone charger. Like this comes in a nice little bag. So put phone numbers that you don't have memorized, because how many of us have memorized phone numbers these days? Okay. Next one is going to be cash. You don't need a lot of cash, but cash will be helpful in case there's any sort of crisis in which you cannot use your debit or credit cards anymore. Life is basically run by plastic these days, but having a little bit of cash on you will be helpful. What you could also do is have a couple dollars in quarters in case you ever need to use a payphone. Next one is going to be a first aid kit. It doesn't matter how big or small your first aid kit. It doesn't matter how advanced it is. Just any sort of first aid kit, because, you know, you could run into a variety of things. You may need to help yourself. You may need to help others. You can carry a tourniquet, not carry a tourniquet. Just make sure you understand how to use every single item in this first aid kit. You can buy your first aid kit from the store or Amazon or wherever, or you can make your own. Doesn't matter. But a first aid kit, I think, is extremely valuable. It's just like most of these things. We don't need it every single day, but when we need it, we need it. Next one is going to be a bandana. I have used this bandana more often than I would have ever thought. I recently used this as a little scarf for my daughter when it was really cold out. So, you know, there's lots of uses for a bandana. I've done a video on that. There's like a million different uses. You can fold it up nice and small. It's lightweight. You know, make sure that you get cotton and that you pre-wash them though first. But yeah, bandanas, really useful. Next one is going to be water. I don't care if you're just going out for a few minutes or just running down to the store. Make it a habit to grab your water and take it with you. Get a reusable water bottle, refill an old plastic water bottle. I don't care. Just make it a habit to use and refill and take with you a water bottle. Next one is maybe a little complicated, but who doesn't always have their keys with them? I always have my keys with me. And so I make my keys and my keychain here into like a little mini survival kit. So what I have is I have another Bic lighter in addition to the one I already carry, plus a ferro rod, a striker, and then I have a little bit of tinder in here. And then I also have tweezers because I live in Texas and everything is pokey. And then I have a little Swiss Army knife, which has come in extremely handy on the randomest times. And then I have a flashlight, which again, extremely handy. And then I have these Grimm survival cards, these little dog tags, which I've done a review of before. You know, it has like little fishing hooks, this is a little saw, and it has a little arrowhead. It's just a little mini kind of keychain survival kit that I'd rather have on my keychain than stuck in an Altoids tin somewhere. But that's just me. You can make a little Altoids survival kit, whatever you want to do. But these items on here I think are necessary as well, especially a flashlight. And the very last thing that I usually don't mention or mention very last as a bonus is self-defense. I think that everybody should have some sort of self-defense item, whether that's, you know, you're using this as a self-defense item, which I would highly recommend getting a lot of training on, because knife self-defense is a lot different, you know, or whether you have some mace, or, you know, you have one of those knuckle things that go on your keychain and looks like a little cat, a very unassuming thing, or you have a firearm, or whatever you choose to have, but please consider carrying something for self-defense. And make sure that you're trained and that you regularly train on how to use that self-defense item. So that's it. You know, for my own personal needs, I usually carry more, and I actually carry all this stuff in my crossbody bag. Some people may just want to, you know, condense it into stuff that they can just put in their pockets. You know, I didn't even talk about a wallet. You know, that's kind of an assumed everybody has a wallet. You know, some people may want to carry a pen and a paper. I did that for a little while. I do carry that in my crossbody, but not on my person. Some people may want to carry multi-tool, because I've heard lots of people actually use like a legit multi-tool on a daily basis, and that's totally fine. I have glasses, so I actually have a cleaning pad in my everyday carry bag, because my glasses get dirty so easily. There's just so many things that can go inside of your everyday carry, and it's all going to be personal preference and based on what you do every single day, or what you might encounter every single day, or eventually. Thank you all so much for watching. Conquer tomorrow by preparing today. Let me know some of your favorite EDC items down below. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.